Welcome to the Trojan Blitz. I'm Haydn Love.
And I'm Tom Kerner. On this episode, we bring you District 10 championships for McDowell across the board and a sit-down with Coach Kevin O'Connor of the men's basketball team.
Let's get started.
Starting off with the McDowell hockey team taking on the Montour Spartans. It's McDowell's senior night, and although they've had a tough season, they're looking to try and finish on a high note. However, this goal from Montour won't help as Anthony Hartwig finds Matthew Tracy in the slot for the easy goal. McDowell counters with Jake King motoring down the right side, firing a shot that squirts under the goalie for Alex Hodas in the easy finish. Later, Alex Hodas again, saucy mitts moving through the Montour defense, and Jake King puts away the rebound. Moving on to the third period, McDowell has a 2-1 lead when Montour's Cameron Smith slices and dices his way through the McDowell defense and puts away the finish to tie the game at 2. Later on, McDowell has a chance to win the game late in the third period on the power play. Vinny Delacurti from up top fires a rocket, rings the bell off the crossbar, and no good. And we are headed to overtime. However, in overtime, McDowell's power play loses all of its momentum as Montour clears multiple times. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey late in the overtime period. A scrum ensues on the half boards, and a blast from the point right in the back of the onion bag wins it for Montour, 3-2.
District 10 diving for both the men and women at McDowell's pool. We'll start you off with sophomore John Bauer, who leads off with the 2.5 somersault that scored him 37.2 points. He followed that up with 36-point reverse tuck, en route to winning D10's AAA berth to states. Alex Chato just fell short of Bojay Burek of Du Bois. Chato took home a score of 385.9. Freshman Milan Stefanelli took fourth with a score of 356 even. Moving ahead in the girls diving, former interviewee Ivory Snyder starts things off with a 41.65-point reverse pike. Snyder also scored 32.65 on her favorite reverse 1.5 somersault tuck. McDowell's other diver, freshman Kessa Zach, stole the girls' D10 berth with a record-breaking performance. She shattered the freshman record, school record, and pool record with a 492.15-point performance.
Moving ahead, we have the McDowell Trojans boys basketball team taking on the Central Tech Falcons in the District 10 championship game held at Gannon's Hammermill Center. Junior Dylan Dirkmatt played a huge part in this game. Here, Quinn Lewis finds Dirk over the top for the easy 2. Senior Andrew Sokoloff made some key plays off the bench for the Trojans, finishing this Trojan top 5 nominee hoop and harm. No matter what McDowell was able to do, Central Tech had an answer as Malik Brinson finds Terrell Ruffley underneath, who beats the first quarter buzzer. The Trojans started to heat up from 3 in the second quarter as swingman Justin Blake hits one from the top of the key. Then later, Quinn Lewis loses the ball but regains it and finds sniper Luke Stahl for the 3. This time it's Quinn who gets the pass from Dirk, takes the hit, and still buries the 3. Trojans go into halftime down 31-29. We move into the second half, and the Trojans start this half just the way they started the first half, with an easy 2 from Dirk. However, despite all of McDowell's hot shooting, Central found themselves within striking distance after this filthy step-back 3 from guard Tevin Morganfield. Morganfield gets out on the break next possession and carves his way through the McDowell defense for the athletic finish. McDowell's big man on campus, both literally and figuratively, Dylan Dirkmatt, finishes once again underneath. Then next time down the floor, he's able to get good position on the defender and finish strong for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Moving to late in the fourth quarter, the Falcons are up 1 when Quinn Lewis hits this enormous 3 from deep. Now it's Central's turn to answer, and they do with a 3 of their own from Tevin Morganfield and take the lead 56-55. But the Trojans' resiliency showed through as the inbounds pass works its way over to Quinn Lewis, who finds Dylan Dirkmatt underneath and hits the layup for the lead. 57-56 Trojans with seconds left in the fourth quarter. Central inbounds the ball, gets trapped, finds Justice Davis for a wide open look as time expires, but he misses. And McDowell goes on to win the District 10 title in a barn burner, 57-56. I'm here with the Trojans men's basketball coach, Coach O'Connor. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, coming into the season, you lost a lot of seniors, a lot of key players from last year. How did your expectations for the season match with the way your season ended?
Well, you know, we had 8 returning seniors this year, well-seasoned group. So as far as matching the expectations, we certainly had similar ones coming into last season. You know, ultimately we reached those. But I had a lot of confidence in the guys we had coming back, some very seasoned players for us.
You mentioned 8 seniors on this year's squad. That means you lose 8 seniors for next year's squad. How does that transition? How hard is it to lose that many seniors for a team?
I've completed my 3rd season here at McDowell, and this group, we kind of came in and we practiced together, JV varsity, so it was tough. It's tough to see these guys go. Hoping that the underclassmen saw how hard that the seniors worked. My coaching style is a lot about relationships. I'm hoping those juniors, sophomores kind of saw how much the seniors meant to me in the program, and they kind of just mold together.
You also mentioned practicing with keeping the underclassmen and the upperclassmen together. What kind of benefit did that have, do you think, for the underclassmen, and did that have an effect on the upperclassmen?
I think it absolutely had an effect on both. I think it establishes leadership for the older guys. The younger basketball players got to see how quick the game is, how tough it is. Quad A basketball is very physical, very strong, but the younger guys got to see that on a daily basis. Like a Franco Agnello guarding a Max Kerr, that's a big deal for them. And Franco will see the benefits, saw them, and we're excited about next year with Ricky Baffick, Franco, Matty Beck, Bailey Lewis, guys like that to step up.
Who was your most vocal player on the court? Like, who was the one guy that really rallied the troops when the times got tough?
See, that's the thing. We had 4 captains this year: Max Kerr, Quinn Lewis, Jake Tarasovich, and Andrew Sokoloff. Quinn, played with a broken hand this year. Vocal, he's the toughest guy. He was our main captain, point guard coach on the court. So I'd have to say Quinn. He kind of rallied the troops a lot, and definitely we're going to miss him. Hopefully his brothers can step up.
Coach O'Connor, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And that is the Trojan Talk.
Lady Trojans take on the Central Tech Falcons in the D10 playoff semifinal game taking place at the Hammer Mill. Kelsey Swantek starting things off for McDowell with the coast-to-coast layup. Next possession, Emily Fromneck moves it to Kylie Cosgrove for the 3. And on the other side of the floor, Sue Eady drives the lane for the bucket. McDowell wouldn't let up as Fromneck finds Marissa Molnar backdoor for the hoop and harm. Abby Clem tries to answer with the 3. No good, but Janiyah Wayne was on the cleanup duty. Falcons were up 21-17 at half. Second half action, Swantek finds Molly Rinkevich for some points in the paint. Central Tech is trying to fire back, but Molnar stuffs Little Wayne. Wayne is looking for some redemption in transition as she takes herself to the bank with the bucket. Swantek responds with another coast-to-coast layup by selling seashells at the seashore with a layup and 1. Crunch time in regulation, tied at 40, Cosgrove on the inbound to Molnar. She can't control it. Eddie throws up a prayer, but sadly, God isn't listening. Free basketball, back and forth game, tied at 40 after regulation at a 4-minute overtime with the championship berth on the line. Clem looks for the jump for Central, but Wayne was on cleanup duty yet again. Falcons try to play long ball on their next possession. Clem finds Edie, and Edie ends up hitting the 3. Crunch time for the Trojans, who scored most of their points on the OT from the foul line. Cosgrove hits Molnar on the inbound, who goes C to Shining C for the drive on Edie. Mary Smith comes down with the rebound, but she can't control it. Ball finds Cosgrove, and her opportunity for the 3 falls short. Falcons win 48-47.
Welcome to the McDowell Minute. We'll start off the minute with the Trojan hockey team, who dropped 2 road games to end their season. They lost to Mars 10-0 and to Quaker Valley 10-0 as well.
McDowell swim team is sending 9 competitors to states on March 7th. From the women's swim team, the 200 freestyle relay team of Melanie France, Jenna DePlacido, Abby Spiker, Isabella Vera, and along with Emma Springer, who will be swimming the 100-meter breaststroke. On the men's side of the 400-meter freestyle relay team of Jack Mahoney, Stephen Owens, Jake Jones, and Stephen Martin will also be heading to Hershey.
The McDowell wrestling team, despite losing to Cathedral Prep in the District 10 finals, will be sending 2 competitors to the state competition. Junior Charlie Lennox will be competing in the 113-pound weight class, and senior Noah Burkhart will be competing in the 138-pound weight class. The championships will take place March 5th through March 7th.
After their thrilling D10 championship victory against Central Tech, the boys basketball team took down Du Bois Beaver 78-54. In the next round of the state tournament, they lost to Taylor Allardyce 61-48. That's all we've got for the McDowell Minute. Now let's take you over to the Trojan Top 5.
Number 5 play from Marissa Molnar, coming with a huge block. Oh, don't do it. Oh my God. Number 4 play coming from the Trojan hockey team. Winger Alex Hodes motoring down the ice. Skirt! Finds his buddy Jake King, who puts it away.
In for our number 3 play, we have Andrew Sokoloff. He's coming down on the drive and he hits the deck and he hits it hard. And for our number 2 play, we have freshman Kessa Zaks shattering the diving record at 492.15.
And your number 1 play, courtesy of Dylan Dirkmatt, in the District 10 championship game, rumbling and bumbling and stumbling his way to the game-winning layup for the Trojans.
That's what we've got for the Trojan Blitz. I'm Haydn Love.
And I'm Tom Kerner. See you next time, McDowell.